So what's going on, guys? Box here and welcome to a brand new episode of our MotoGP 21 career mode. Now let's get into the Dutch Grand Prix today, where I've already done qualifying, and I tell you what, the Ducatis, it's not suiting us. I got Miller just ahead of us, and then Bagnaia a few more places up the road. We're about half a second to 3/4 of a second off of the pace set by Fabio Quartararo. Definitely a Yamaha track, so we've got our work out here. Hopefully we can make the Ducati work in the race, but we qualified in 10th place, I think it was. So yeah, we've got a bit of an interesting race ahead of us, a lot of work to do, but in the standings you can see we managed to close up last episode. If you missed it, go check it out. But yeah, we're 5 points off of Quartararo in the championship, the current pole position, man, so it's going to be difficult to try and beat him today. So let's treat it as damage limitation. Let's see if we can stay in second in the championship. Mir's there in third, 4 points behind us, so it's all very, very tight. So yeah, let's get into the race. But before I do that, the videos haven't been that frequent lately, so we're going to be getting back in the swing of things. Hopefully we'll do 3 or 4 videos a week, and it will either be MotoGP career mode or F1 career mode for now. The real life seasons are going to be wrapping up over the next few months as we head into November and December time. So yeah, hopefully we can conclude our seasons before those and start new seasons of each sport. So yeah, let's get into the Dutch Grand Prix then down at Assen. So then, in terms of tyres, it's going to be a soft frame. You can see I've done a lot of practice trying to improve our pace around here, but it hasn't really worked. So got to work it out. Temperatures are a bit lower in the race. Qualifying was really sunny, but yeah, let's get onto the grid then. Okay, that's an interesting choice of tyres from Fabio Quartararo. Hard front, hard rear. You can see us Ducatis, we're all running soft mediums. So yeah, let's see how tyre choice is going to pan out. Lights about to go out then. We are here in P11, just behind Miller, Martin and Bagnaia. Only Zarco could do well for the Ducatis, but let's see what we can do. Charging down to turn number 1, got it in power mode 3, and look at that huge stoppie as I pull the front brake into turn number 1. There you go, Morbidelli trying to get up our inside, and of course, whoa, there have been rider changes. Morbidelli is now back in the sport after his injury, and he's back on the factory Yamaha. So Milestone need to update the game. I don't know whether they will. We've got a track limit warning there as Martin sliding across in front of us. Vinales, of course, on the Aprilia 2. And Savadori no longer with Aprilia. So lots of changes. I don't know whether Milestone will make the changes. I hope they do. But I don't know if they will, because there's not long to go in the season. I think there's 4 or 5 races to go at this point. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I'd love to see Milestone do one final update and do those rider updates, so that next season of career mode, hopefully we'll have different rider lineups, which will be cool. But still in P11. Here comes the Suzuki of Rins underneath of us. Oh, and there's Miller right behind us. You can see the Ducatis just don't work well around here at all. And we've all had to go for softer compound tyres to try and get some pace. But the Yamahas, they can run hard tyres. And so can Mir as well. I think he had a hard tyre in. Track limit there. Too much inside curb into the final chicane. I am really struggling around here at Assen. Don't know what it is. Usually I do alright, but can't quite make the Ducati work around here. So we're just going to have to dig deep, try and get some points if we can. Break into the top 10 as well, that would be good. But at the minute, we're falling away. I'm just going to have to get my head down a bit and focus. Or 2 track limit warnings on the opening lap, which isn't ideal. Once you get 5 of them, we've got a long lap penalty, so we don't want that at all. We really don't want that. We've got our teammate all over the back of us. Let's see if we can close it down a bit. Don't know where we're going to be able to gain on Rins, but he's all over the back of Espargaro. Espargaro could be under pressure here from the Suzuki man. I think the Suzuki Yamaha work quite well around here. Oliveira's doing well in P2. Just spotted a rogue KTM up there in second place. And Vinales out wide there, being shoved out by the Ducatis. He's going backwards a bit. Morbidelli's trying to get through. and so is Martin and Bagnaia. We really do have our work out here. Rins is through on Espargaro. We close the gap. Ducati power. Ducati power anyway. Try and hit the braking point into the final corner. Oh, maybe that's a potential overtaking zone for us on Espargaro. Another track limit warning. I need to get this last chicane right. I completely cut it there. 32.7. Just a fast lap of the race from Mir. 33.2 from us with that corner cut at the final corner as well. So, need to sort ourselves out. Come on. Oh, trying to get underneath with a Leish there. It's not quite going to work. Maybe onto this back straight we can get a decent run. Just ride underneath of the Aprilia, and so did Miller. Miller following us through. He's right on the back of us. I didn't realise how close he really was to us there. I could hear something, but I didn't realise he was that close. Could have left us susceptible to an attack, but I think that's both Pramacs. I think Zarco, yeah, Zarco's gone backwards. Bagnaia the man on the move. Miller's closing up on us. I need to get a move on or else I will be last Factory Ducati. In fact, I'll probably be last Ducati, or at least the GP21s. Obviously, you've got the Aprilias behind, and there's Brad Binder trying to get through. He's going to have to go the long way around. Of course, he's going to get hung out to dry around there. As they got to Rins. 8 tenths, 7 tenths. So we close it down this back straight a little bit. Can make it work down this back straight. Hopefully in the braking zone as well. Into the chicane, gain a little bit if we can. I can't get the change of direction quick enough. Puts us under pressure. There's Miller and Leish. So I've just kept my head down a bit this lap. We've done okay. And Zarco, he made a little mistake coming out of the third sector. And that's dropped him off this pack a little bit. I've closed it down a bit. And we've started to break away from a Leish. Miller's come with us. So unsteady on the brakes, this Ducati here around Assen. I don't know if it's a combination of the brakes I've got in as well as the tyres. I don't really know, but I'm suffering really bad with instability on the brakes. I don't ever change the setups, but I've just noticed Fabio Quartararo has gone from pole all the way down here, and Miller has just ridden underneath of us. Let's get back through a bit of power mode 3, that'll help. But yeah, Quartararo's struggling. Don't know if it's the hard front and rear tyre as I get so wide around turn 7 that allows Miller through. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. Not enjoying this race at all. Struggling down in P12 now. See if we can follow our teammate. Get an idea as to some lines maybe that'll help us out. But Zarco, he seems susceptible at the minute. And I was considering going for the hard rear tyre in this race. I didn't do that. Just because I struggle with pace all weekend long. So I wonder how we'd have fared on the hard rear. But Quartararo is going backwards, which is good for us. But unfortunately, Mir, who is behind us in the championship, he is leading the race. But Quartararo going backwards at least, which is very strange. 34.1, that was an awful lap time. Oh, actually doing pretty decent on the brakes into turn 1 then. Got one more lap after this one, so let's see if we can get past Miller, Zarco. Let's see if we can get ahead of Quartararo. He's showing a bit of weakness here. This power mode 3 is so strong. Look at us, we close down at the end of the straight. Through on Zarco. Can we get Miller on Quartararo? Don't know if we can. Especially as Zarco tries to get back through. Come on, we're on the verge of the top 10. Sorry, Miller. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to get him there. I thought I was going to ride into the side of him a little bit. He's going to get through on Quartararo. Quartararo's out to dry there. Miller's through, and now he's going to go. I think Quartararo's definitely holding up Miller, so if I want to get by on Miller, I need to get by now. Somehow I've got to be able to do it, but struggling with the rear a little bit there. I can't do anything on the brakes into the final corner. Blast out then to the line. We've got this lap and this lap only. Where can we get Quartararo? We are all over him right now. Clipped his rear tyre as well there. He's definitely holding us up. Making contact with the Frenchman. Oh, come on. Ducati power now down this straight. Up the inside. Bit of power mode 3 as well. Roll off the accelerator. Come on. So we're through on Quartararo. Can we get Miller before the end of the race? I don't think we can. We're just losing so much time stuck behind Quartararo there. I don't know how he's gone backwards. I think he's probably just struggled with tyre temps, to be honest. Hard tyre around here in the cool conditions as well. There's no sun out to heat the track up. Losing touch a little bit with Miller. Oh, that was an awful corner cut. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just really struggling with bike control around here. Look at the rear end. It's one to step out now. But at least we're ahead of our championship rival. Unfortunately, Mir, our other rival, he's only gone and won the race, hasn't he? So we're going to end up P10. At least we made it into the top 10, but, you know, we'll be disappointed with that. Ducatis did struggle, apart from Bagnaia made it work. Marquez P4, pretty good for him. So, yeah, very, very tight. Miller just ahead of us, 32.9. We did 33.2. Looking forward to getting into the next round, not going to lie about that. So then, in the championship, Mir takes over the lead again. Quartararo's only P2, so he's not dropped too far, but he does now have an 11-point lead to try and catch up to rival Mir. We're just 4 points behind Quartararo. So yeah, it's pretty tight. Swapping between the three of us. It'd be interesting to see if the Suzuki man can go the way. It'd be interesting to see if we can go the way. The Ducati is sort of the first track we've pretty much struggled at. I think this is one of our worst results of the season. So yeah, let's see what happens going forward. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to stay tuned for the rest of the series, and I'll see you in the next one.